everyone, how's it going today? Chelsea Face here, and I'm excited to bring you this new video, which is going to be library pickups. So I know that a lot of people know about libraries and that they exist and that you've probably had a library card your whole life or most of it. I'm not like that. See, my husband and I have not had library cards since we were very, very young. It was decades ago. Like I was probably like 10 or something. That's been a long time since I've had a library card. So the other day we got to talking and we were like, well, we'll go get one and we'll see how many books we can check out, and we'll try that out and see if we like it, because I can't really check out regular books at a library because I take so long to read them. Sometimes I can get them done within a week or two, and then sometimes it might take me like a couple months to finish a book, even if I like it. It's just a mood thing. Like I'm very much a mood reader, so if it takes me that long to finish a book, late fees would be ridiculous every time. So I choose not to check out regular books unless it's maybe really, really short, like a novella or something. So I wanted to go see their audiobooks because I do long drives every day to work, so I could listen to those fairly quickly, or their graphic novels, manga, comics, to see if they had anything like that. We live in a very small town. There's not a very big library here, but I wanted to go see if they had anything, and lo and behold, they actually had some things. Okay, it's not the biggest section to choose from, but it is enough for me to have a few things to read that I won't have to pay for. So I'm very thankful for that. Because if you know, graphic novels, manga, and comics are very expensive. Most of the time they're way more expensive than books based on how much you get. And so sometimes if you don't like something, you've already paid $30 for it. So what do? You know, you can't return it just because you didn't like it. So I'm usually either stuck with something I don't like, or I buy it used, and I'm trying to do that less if I can possibly afford it, because while I do like to save money and, you know, put it towards more books, also I like to support brick and mortar stores. So like my Books A Million, a small local bookstore, I like to support those if I can. But if I literally can't find what I'm looking for, or it's just so expensive I can't afford it, I just go on Amazon or eBay and buy them there. But I'm trying to avoid that as much as possible. So we went to our library because supporting a library is very good. I have supported them in the past by going to their library book sales, and I buy books from there all the time. So I don't really feel as bad for not supporting my library, but now that we do have a card, we can support them even more and go to more things and do stuff that you're allowed to do as a member. So I'm very excited to finally be a member of the library. We were told that we could pick out 10 things on one adult library card. So I wanted to show you the 10 things that we got. So I guess this is kind of just like a library haul. Like, I guess I can do these every time I go to the library and I pick out 10 things or whatever I pick out and just show you guys what I'm reading, and it's not going to be like a big deal. I just wanted to show you what I picked up because I'm just really excited about it. So the first thing that caught my eye was Pumpkinheads. Now, this is by Rainbow Rowell, and it says #1 New York Times best-selling author. So if you've ever heard of Rainbow Rowell, you know how popular they are, and I've never read anything by them, so I'm very excited about this. And Faith Erin Hicks, author of Friends with Boys. And this is a graphic novel comic thing, and it's so beautiful. Like, look at this cover. Like, I'm just so drawn to this, and I knew it was very expensive. If you buy this in America, it's like $25, and it's a hardcover. It's worth it. I totally think it's worth it now that I've read this. You know, just looking at it from an outside perspective, I was like, I cannot justify putting $25 down on something like this that I'll be done in like 30 minutes. I might actually buy it now that I've read it and I know I like it, but it is absolutely gorgeous. The art and the coloring are fantastic, and it even has like this beautiful like map at the front and the back of the pumpkin patch. And this is a story about these two friends on the front. We have Deja and Josiah, I think's his name. I like Deja a lot. She's really fun. They work at this pumpkin patch like festival thing every year, and they're friends. They work with each other every year, and they get into hijinks. And in this one, he's trying to confess his love to someone else at the patch, and she's gonna help him. So it's like an adventure through the pumpkin patch, and there's like a crazy animal on the loose, and it's just really fun. I just really highly, highly recommend this to anybody who's thinking about reading it, especially if you get it at your local library. But I do think it is worth the money now that I have read it, and I might add it to my collection whenever I get the extra cash to go pick it up. I'm just really, really happy that we found this at our library because it's just so cute, and it has queer representation, and it's so funny. She is so sassy, and I just laughed out loud so many times reading this book because of her personality and him and her interacting. Like, it was so cute and funny, and I can't recommend this enough. I'm so happy that I got to read it. Next, me and my husband both both agreed that we wanted to read the Alien vs. Predator Omnibus Volume 1. This is a paperback edition, and I have seen this in a store before. Full price, it's $25 as well. So it's by Dark Horse and Fox Movies. If you know anything about aliens and predators, you know what this is going to be. It's going to be just the graphic novelization of their battles or like their backstory. And I've already started it, as you can see, a little bit last night. It's going to be a very long read because it's multiple publications within one book, but the art is gorgeous. It's a very old style of comics and I don't hate it. The color is beautiful. The only time I don't really like old style comics is when the coloring is really like bad. Like I don't care for muted, gross, dark colors that like, I just can't get into that. Like for some reason the coloring is more important to me than the art style. But in this, it says on the back, mankind's two ultimate nightmares come together in mortal combat, and whoever wins, we lose. On the remote planet Ryushi, a small ranching community becomes an unwilling participant in a deadly ritual. Extraterrestrial predators have seeded Ryushi with alien eggs in order to create the ultimate hunt. But what the predators don't know is that an alien queen egg is amongst those who've been sent as potential hunting stock. And when the predators arrive and hunters become the hunted amidst a monumental swarm of aliens, and they may need to turn to the very same humans they regarded as little more than potential trophies to give them any hope of survival. It says this is over 400 pages, and this was like the original AVP comic series. So that's really exciting. Like, I've always been interested in aliens and predators, more so aliens. I love xenomorphs and I think that they're really interesting designs and I love the artist who created them. And I don't know, I just really wanted to read this, and if I like it, I might go purchase it myself and then continue on with the other omnibus, because I know there's at least another one. I don't know how many omnibuses there are, but I prefer to read things in like book form instead of just like comic, because they're just not sturdy enough for me, and I would feel bad like if I damaged them, and I don't want to keep boxes in my house, like comic boxes, if I can help it. So I like to have like trade paperbacks and omnibuses like this, just personally. So I'm really glad that I picked this one up because it's pretty good so far. Like, I'm really enjoying it. Next, we picked up Blade. This is Blood and Chaos by Andreyko, McGregor, Sears, Hagen, and Smith. And it says that it is, I'm not sure what this is exactly. My husband picked it out, but I'm still gonna read it. I think it's just a collection of Blade stories. Like, I really don't know if this is like a continuation of something or if it's like the first of something, because I can't see a number on the front. Yeah, I think it's just a Blade comic. I don't think there's any specifics to it, but let me know in the comments if it is, because if we're missing something, we might be confused while reading this. But it's by Marvel, and it says Blade is back and he's slashing his way through all sorts of bloodsuckers. So if you don't know, he's like a vampire killer. Oh, here it is, what it is. It's collecting Blade Sins of the Father #1, Blade 1998 #1 through 3, The Blade 1999 1 through 6, and number 1 2 written by the same people. And this is normally $35 full price. Oh my god, that's a lot. Okay. Well, this is a very expensive book and it collects a lot of Blade stuff. So I'm excited to check that out. The art is absolutely gorgeous. Oh my gosh, I haven't even flipped through this yet, but I'm excited to check it out. I've never read Blade. I've only seen like parts of the movie, so I actually am excited to read this. Yeah, can't wait. Next, we have volumes 1, 2, and 3 of Spawn Origins Collection. Now, these are the Origins collection of Spawn, and my husband has always been really interested in Spawn, especially since he's going to be in the new Mortal Kombat DLC. So he was wanting to read some backstory of Spawn because, you know, he liked the movie and he likes all the extra stuff he has seen about Spawn, but he has never actually read Spawn. So these right here are $15.99, like $14.99 a piece if you buy them yourself. And it's Image Comics, which I thought Spawn was DC. So I'm not sure if this was before that or if I'm mistaken on that. So let me know if you know that, because I was a little confused. This contains reprints of Spawn issues 1 through 6. So this is, you know, just a continuation, 15 through 20, and then 11 through 14, and then 15 through 20. Okay, I'm out of order here. My bad. Yeah, it says, I don't know much about Spawn, honestly, but I'm excited to read it. I know it has to do with hell. In 1992, one of the most unforgettable characters in comic books was unleashed in an unsuspecting public for the first time, and the world would never be the same. Spawn is a hero unlike any other. A government agent, Al Simmons, was killed by his own men. Resurrected from the depths of hell, he returns to Earth as a warrior Spawn, guarding the forgotten alleys of New York City. As he seeks answers about his past, Spawn grapples with the dark forces that return him to Earth, battling enemies and discovering unlikely allies. As he learns to harness his extraordinary new powers, he begins to grasp the full extent of what brought him back and what he left behind. Yeah, I mean, that sounds like revenge and stuff, and oh my god, that's beautiful. It has some like really gorgeous art and coloring, and like there's a monster in here. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to read this, but it's definitely an old comic. I can tell by looking at it, but these covers are really nice. Very simplified designs, probably from the originals if I had to guess. And I can't wait to read these. We got the first 3, and I don't know if that's all they had. I think it might have been, but we picked it up and I can't wait to read these. They sound really fun. And last but not least, we have some manga here. I have 4 volumes. I convinced him to let me borrow because he wants to read 2 of them. So first I have Sailor Moon. I've never read or watched Sailor Moon, actually. I've seen a movie, but I didn't understand what was going on because I think it was just random stuff happening and I was confused, but I did watch a movie. That is like it. Like, I know references to it because of media around me and I'm in the anime community, but I've never read it. So I borrowed 1 and 2 of Sailor Moon because I think they have the whole series there, if I'm not mistaken, because it's not very long. Yeah, it's by Kodansha Comics. Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon 1 and 2. And I've already finished the first one and I have put it on Goodreads what I think about it. I think I gave it 3 stars, not because I hate it, but it has aged definitely, and I do see the merit in this. It is definitely one of the beginnings of Magical Girl anime series, and I really, really appreciate that, and I love it because Madoka is fantastic and there's some other really good Magical Girl stories, so I really did like it. But I do think that there's a lot of plot convenience in this. And I'm hoping that as it goes further into the series that it changes just a little bit. Maybe it gets more mature with that, because there were so many things in here that I was like, oh, that was convenient. Oh, that was convenient. Oh, that was convenient. And I mean, I don't hate it, but it is kind of strange to be reading something that feels like it was written as it was written. You know what I'm saying? Like, she didn't plan it. She just kind of wrote it as she was drawing it or something. That's what it felt like to me. I'm sure that's probably not what happened, but it feels very unplanned and also convenient. Just, that's the word for this. I do plan to finish it. Like, if they have every volume of it, I plan on finishing it, and if not, I may end up buying it myself one day just because I do want to have it in my collection eventually. But these are by Kodansha, 13 plus, originally $10.99 in US, so they're not super expensive for manga. They're kind of in the middle range. And the art is very classic. I do love the art, like the old art style of these. They may have had some of the art redone because I know that the old versions are very original and they are slightly different from this. So I still really like the art style, but I do hope that it gets better as far as the writing goes in volume 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and whatever. Yeah, and there's volume 2. It has Mercury on it, so I'm excited that I actually understand, like, how they became the Sailor Scouts and stuff now. Because before I was like, who are these people and why are they just there? It's exciting to get into it. And maybe I'll actually get to decide who my favorite Sailor Scout is. Because I've always wanted to know that. Like, kind of like my Harry Potter house. I recently took that test too, and I know that now. I'm a Ravenclaw, like hardcore Ravenclaw. So if you didn't know, that one as well. And then I was really excited to see One Punch Man 1 and 2. I think 3 was checked out by someone, so hopefully when we go back I'll be able to get it, but we'll see because they have a very long checkout date in my opinion. It's like 20 something days, so hopefully I'll be able to read that next. But I have 1 and 2 here. This is originally by, it's Shonen Jump Viz Media, rated T for teen, $9.99. Is the price of the volumes here in America. And if you don't know the story of One Punch Man, I highly recommend that you look up the original comics. They're really cute. I've only looked at a few of them, but it started off as a comic by a guy who doesn't really draw. Like, he just wanted to try it kind of. And so he created this character called Saitama, which is this guy right here. They're very fun doodles. It's fantastic art, and I had not read them before, so I'm excited to actually read it in the beautiful art style. I have watched the first season of the anime, and I haven't seen the second one if it's out. Me and my husband do want to see if it's out already because we love the first season. Like, it was so good. So I'm excited to read these as well to see if there's any differences. And if not, that's fine. I just want to look at the pretty art and read the story again because I do need a refresher. I do remember loving this, and it's just so good. One is the original creator of One Punch Man. That's what he calls himself. And it says in here that he began One Punch Man as a webcomic and it went viral, gaining 10 million hits. And so he has a few other series, but this is the one that most people know about. And then Yusuke Murata is the artist who illustrated these. So that's cool. I'm really excited to read it. And look at the little Saitama down here. He's so cute. I love it. I love it so much. Yep, can't wait to read these. I'm so excited that they actually carry them. Okay, guys, so that is all the books that I picked up from my library this week. I hope to return them next week so that we can pick up some more. So hopefully we'll have finished these, or at least most of them, and I can return some of the manga and get the next volumes. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. I know it's a very simple concept. It's pretty much just a haul that I got from the library, and I'm excited to check them out, like just new manga that I hadn't read before. I just hope you enjoyed it. And if you have any suggestions for kinds of tags or videos you want me to do in the future, let me know. Some days I know exactly what I'm going to film, and sometimes it's a little harder, and I like to try to put out at least one video a week if I can. Wrap-ups and TBRs are easy because I can do them all at the same time, the same day, and then I can upload them as the dates progress and they are necessary. As far as anything in between the months, it's a little more difficult to me. I hope you have a fantastic day. Thank you so much for watching. Please like the video and subscribe to my channel if you have not already. It lets me know that you're here for what I'm doing and you're enjoying my content. I do have a lot more manga in next month's wrap up than normal, so I think I'm more so going to be into manga in the future than actual books. Like, I do love actual books and I'm still going to continue reading them, but I'm definitely in the mood for more manga at the moment, so just be prepared for that. I have always loved manga and I'm now getting back into it, so I'm really excited to continue that journey here on YouTube. I'll see you next time. Have a good day and stay safe and have fun for Thanksgiving and eat lots of turkey, or if you don't celebrate Thanksgiving or you're in another country, just have a good day. Tell your family you love them if you do. I understand if you don't. Do all the stuff, have fun, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.